Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? As you can see, I'm here at camp. Beautiful sunset happening behind us here. Hey Matt, how are you doing? Hey Randy, good to see you. Glad you guys can make it. That's good. Hope everybody had a good day today. Hope everybody had a good day at work. Hey Ashley, how you doing? How's the doggies? Yeah, we're getting a few people in here tonight. That's good. Hey Ken, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope everybody had a good day today at work. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, it was a mess today. Putting this thing up in the wind. It was really windy when I got down here. It's real nice and calm now. Now's the time to be putting the tent up, but I got it done. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. Yeah, just got through with dinner and it was really good and starting a very really nice evening. Just a second ago, over in the woods over here, it's an owl right over here in a tree real close to me. So that's going to be nice tonight. Worn out and it's only Monday. Yeah, Ken, I hear you. Sometimes the wore out comes from the week before, just rolls over. I'm at a place called Holston Mills. It's in between Everton, Missouri and Greenfield, Missouri. It's a historical mill. Used to be an old mill. The mill's still here, but they have a primitive campground as well. Um, So this is one of my favorite places. It's fairly close to home. It's like 30 minutes from my house northwest. Well, hun, I had New York strip steak, uh, baked potato, and avocado for dinner. I just finished that up just about 30 minutes ago. So you'll have to catch the video to see that. Um, but I'm all cleaned up and ready for the live. I was wanting to see how well it do. Can everybody hear me okay? I've got the camera quite a ways away, and believe it or not, I have 2 bars of 5G out here in the middle of nowhere. The doggies are listening to me. Hi, Izzy. Hi, Jax. Good. I was hoping you guys could hear me. I've got my Bluetooth headset, one of my headsets in, so I figured it'd make a good microphone. Yeah, Randy. Sorry, there's not much they can do about that. Good Lord made me like he did, I guess. Hey, Dan, good to see you. Not much. Thought I'd do my live tonight. It worked out to do the camp on my live night. So got done with dinner and sitting here enjoying this beautiful sunset behind me over here. So um, all is well here. Don't have much on the agenda tonight. So I figured it'd be kind of low key and just everybody can talk about what they want to talk about. And guess if somebody wants to jump in here, I can put the link in the chat. But I figured we'd just hang out and chat and talk about what's going on with everybody. Of course, I'm the only one down here. Uh, This I don't know how many spots is down here. It's 50 acres. It's down here in the middle of some conservation area, but this is not conservation land. Um, there's a guy named Tim that maintains it and manages it. So this is a spot that I was talking to Randy and Matt and a few other people. Matt Thompson, two guys in the Ozarks up at the Midwest winter camp about having a hammock hang sometime and trying to organize one of those. I know not everybody in here likes hammocks, but this would be a really good spot to host a camp like that, or any camp for that matter. Hey, Lefty, I'm glad everybody stopped by tonight. I was wondering if I'd even have good enough signal to have live. I was driving around looking for a good spot in here, and this is a really good spot. Yeah, Randy, the doing your live from the lake, that would be great. I thought about doing that, going up to Roit Bluff up on Stockton, and I might do that on a live one of these days and go up. There's a lake spot right on the water. I mean, a camp spot right on the water that I could do live as long as I've got a good enough signal. That's the thing up there. The signal's pretty uh, spotty. Yeah, you can borrow my crew a flat leg in, Randy. Hey, Lefty, I'm up at the Holston Mills. It's in between Everton, Missouri, and Greenfield, Missouri. It's a historical landmark. It's an old historical mill that's still here, in some of the old buildings. Outbuildings are out here. It's kind of a park, primitive campground. They actually do have water and electric and a bathroom, but this time of year they have the water turned off. The electric is on if you want to pay extra for it. Just the regular campground for tent camping is $10 a night, and full hookups is 20. So that's not bad, not for full electric hookups. But they do have some fire rings and some picnic tables, but it's quiet. Like you can tell, there's no noise here. I'm the only one here tonight. They do have some people scheduled to come in this weekend, I think, to camp. I was hoping the video quality be good. Like I said, I've got good 5G signal here, almost half a signal, so pretty good. Yeah, Herbert. Yeah, that's not bad prices, and it's really remote. It's quiet. There's spotty cell service depending on where you're at on the property. You can stay anywhere you want. Tim, the guy that runs this property, is really cool. He says you can stomp off in the woods and hang your hammocks or whatever. He says he don't care where you camp at, as long as everybody cleans up, and takes care of it. It's really a good spot. So I wouldn't mind orchestrating a camp here sometime, kind of like the one we got coming up this weekend with everybody. I wouldn't mind getting one and having one here. This would be a really good spot. It's still in the woods, but you're kind of in a campground. Yeah, thanks, Kim. Thanks for shouting out the thumbs up for me. Appreciate it. 11 people. I think that's doing pretty good. That's above my expectations, I thought. So I didn't know. Like I said, it's beautiful down here. It's quiet. I've got a little stream, probably 100 feet, 150 feet over here next to me. Um, Pretty nice. Yeah, it's really beautiful there out here. I was thinking about taking the phone and walking around, but it's going to be dark here soon. Um, it's real pretty. If you look it up on Google, it's Hulston Mill, Holston Mill. You can look at it on Google Earth. It's pretty. It's pretty in here. There's deer in here. There's turkey. Um, quite a bit of wildlife around here. Yeah, I can spin you around, Randy. Yeah, Ashley came up here with me. We did a truck camp here. Let me let me spin you around. It's I just don't want to move around too much either because the signal's really spotty in here. Um, like I said, um, there's where the spring, the little creek runs over here. Pretty neat. That sunset's beautiful. Really pretty up in here. Real pretty. There's a lot of room for people to camp out here, so I think that'll work. Yeah, it's real pretty here. Yeah, Ken, I seen that video of yours or fly fishing. I'm looking forward to seeing you do that. I've tried fly fishing several times in my life, and it's definitely an art, but a lot of people enjoy it. Yeah, Herbert, that's what I was hearing somebody say the other day. I think it was Woodsman was talking about that. Yeah, could happen, I guess. It's really quiet. One time I was down here. See, I've camped probably my fourth or fifth time. I can't remember how many times now, but there was something. Um, well, the time my wife and I was camping in the truck, I think it was deer that came up real close, but walked real close to the truck. No, no campfire, Herbert. Got a burn ban here today. It was super windy today, and it's really dry here, so I can't have a campfire. I mean, I'm sure Tim wouldn't mind it if I did now that the winds died down, but I was really hoping to have that campfire, but we're technically in a burn ban here. I was wondering if she was happy if you got that fly fishing rod. I was like, oh, he's gonna be in trouble. uh, no, it aired out pretty good. I That's the first thing I did was opened up all the vents and got it aired out. So it it smells pretty all right in there. Hey Chris, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, there was a little dirt in there still, but not too bad. We'll make sure we get it good and cleaned up and get it back to Mike this weekend. Really appreciate Mike letting us use this and set it up. That was really kind of him. I really appreciate that. All right, Chris, I really appreciate you coming in tonight. I really do. Yeah, it's nice. I have my hotspot on and got my tablet here so I can read the comments because it's too far for my phone to see the comments. I can see the comments. Love you too, Chris. Chris is my brother. If you don't guys already figured that out, so yeah, you can do about every kind of fishing except your ice fishing. That's true, Ken. Yeah, I really want to do some ice fishing. I would really like to go up to Minnesota and do some ice fishing someday. I'm just hanging out, Chris. As you can see, I can't have a fire tonight. We're under a burn ban, so that's kind of a bummer. It's been super windy today. Like I said earlier, it's I was wondering if I was going to get this tent put up or not. Like Randy and I found out last week, it's definitely a two-person job. One person can do it, but it's a lot of work. Yeah, my other brother got on last week when Tony was there just for a bit, my oldest brother, so that was nice to have both my brothers in here. Yeah, it's real nice, Bubba. It's a lot calmer now. This is down in kind of a valley, so it does help with the wind when it's real windy, but it still was really windy today. I thought this tent was gonna be a kite, a couple times. It was a chore to get put on. Yeah, it's, that's the funny thing is we didn't get a whole lot of rain right here where I'm at. It was pretty sparse. I don't even know if they got rain here at Holston Mills. At our house, we just got a little bit. Here, it's pretty dry. It doesn't even look like they even got any rain here. The wet weather spring or creek that's here beside me is pretty low. So, by the looks of it, they didn't get very much rain here. And the burn ban is a lot because of the high winds, not necessarily. Yeah, it's dry, but pretty high winds. We was having 20 plus miles an hour gusts earlier. They've died down. They're pretty windy still. The trees are moving pretty good still. So I'd say it's probably 10 miles an hour wind gust now. I don't know if you can hear any of the wind. Hopefully not. It's not real bad. So I don't think you can. Wow, that's nice if you can. Yeah. I heard you talking about that on one of the other lives before. That would be a good idea. I love it there. Um, really beautiful. That would be a good spot to definitely have a meetup for sure. Yeah, the whole state of North Carolina is beautiful. It's so beautiful there. It's probably one of my favorite states that I've ever driven through. I've driven through the whole state and it's so beautiful there. I had Chris, I yesterday was my mother and father-in-law's anniversary, 51st anniversary, so we grilled steaks, New York strip steaks, baked potatoes, and we had Caesar salad. So we had that. So I brought a leftover steak and a baked potato and an avocado for dinner. Yeah, it was super good. Really, really good. I just heated it up in my cold handled skillet and then I cut the baked potato in half and heated it up in the skillet and it turned out super good. Super easy too. Yeah, that would be fun. I love skeet shooting and that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really good dinner. Quick and easy too. I like that after working with this tent and getting everything set up. It was nice to be able to relax and have something easy. 17 hours. Yeah, it's quite a ways over there. But it's yeah, like I said, it's outdoors paradise. It's kind of like Arkansas. Arkansas is really good outdoor paradise too, but North Carolina is just so many beautiful mountain. There's a lot of mountain um, logging roads and stuff that you can camp on. A lot of places for outdoorsmen for sure. Not to mention the most beautiful beaches. Oh man. How's everybody's days at work today? Everybody hopefully had a good one and no probably much rather be out here, but you catching some gator, man. I don't know if I'd enjoy that or not. I might. I know I like to eat it, but I don't know about catching it. Maybe I could push somebody in on there and have them catch it for me. I mean, help them catch it. Yeah, it's gonna be dark here in another, what is it? It's 7:30, supposed to be sunset. That's about right. So another 15, 20 minutes, probably dark. Everybody's probably liking the staying lighter later now. This I kind of like it the other way, so it's lighter when I wake up, but either or, I'm gonna miss the winter though. I like camping in the winter, not as many people, no bugs. Today there was quite a few flies and gnats out already, so it got up to about 74 down here, I think is the highest I've seen it on earlier. So there's already well, there's a few bugs flying around right here now. The lights I got up's attracting these bugs. Think about making me some tea. Got everything set up to make me some tea. Like some hot tea before I go to bed. Just some Twinings English tea, breakfast tea. Got my little stove set up with the water already in it and everything. So what everybody else have for dinner tonight? Or has everybody had dinner tonight? One lump or two? I take two in mine. I don't know if you guys have been catching Lower Michigan's lives, but man, he's been having some crazy lives here lately and some crazy views on him. Man, he's been doing good. I just don't know about that long of a live. I can barely do 2 or 3 hours, let alone 4 or 5 and plus. Chat's not keeping up. I don't know. I seen Adam come up on the screen on my phone, but on my tablet, I haven't seen him come up on that yet. So I don't know if my tablet's keeping up with chat or not. Let me refresh it here. There we go. I can see it. It's 26 degrees here right now. Ooh, yuck. Yeah, it says it's still 71, which I'd say that's about right. It's pretty warm. Fish sandwich and fries. Oh, buddy, that sounds good. I've got Pixel Bud Pros, Randy. They just go in your ears. They came with my Google Pixel 8. But they got built-in microphones, noise canceling. So You can use one at a time and record your videos or live, whatever. And then if it starts to get low, you can put it back in the case here, and you've got two buds. One's charging at all times, so you'll always have one charged up. So when you want to do videos or recordings or whatever, you can use your buds. Works pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed Tony last week too. I really did. He's such a caring, genuine person. He really loves God, and he's really a good man. Really good. He'll do just about anything for anybody. I mean, some people that are not even as big as him wouldn't give you the time or day. So it was a blessing for sure. Work was blah, Randy. Yeah, I understand. I definitely understand your pain on that one. Mater soup. Oh, buddy, Dan, that sounds good. Did you have some grilled cheese with it? Ooh, Randy had Freddy's. Oh, buddy, did you get some custard to wash that food down with? I think my tea water's ready. Teriyaki chicken, white rice, and mixed vegetables. Wow, Ken, that sounds pretty good. Oh man, I got my water really boiling tonight. I didn't mean it to get that hot. Woo! I have to let that cool down before I can even drink it. Look how hot that is. Woo! This thing is super good, fast. It's my BRS Jet Bull knockoff, but oh man, it's. I think I gave less than $20 for it when the Jet Bull that I want, the cheapest one's $120. So I'll take $20 any day, and it works super fast. Can't complain at all. The got a built-in igniter on it. It never fails. It works every time. Did my video go blurry on you? On me? Still got a good signal, so it might be on YouTube side. I've got a really good 5G signal. I wish I could see the comments on my phone, and I turned my tablet off so it wasn't using data for my tablet too. Yeah, I seen that picture of that bass you caught, Randy. That was a really nice fish. I was kind of jealous. Am I blurry on everybody else's screen? Chris says I'm blurry on his screen. Mater soup and grilled cheese, buddy. Yeah, I like some mater soup. I don't like it as good as chicken noodle or loaded potato, or I even like a good clam chowder. Blurry, huh? Got a good signal. Let me shut my tablet off and see if that'll fix it. I'll have to scoot up where I can see the comments. Oh, see if I can see them from here. Blurry, yes. Blurry, yes. You're blurry. It's cleaning up a little, clearing up a little. Sorry, I can't see the screen. My phone's clear across the table. I've got a good signal, so let me turn my hotspot off. Maybe that'll help too. I'll just have to do without my tablet tonight. Uh, Better now, huh? Yeah, having that second device on my hotspot probably made it blurry, I would say. But I do have a good. Wow, I've got one bar shy of 5G full signal. So, but usually when you have sometimes when you have a good internet, I mean YouTube. Last night on Tony's live, he went blurry several times, and he's got really good high speed internet. So I think sometimes it's on YouTube side. Yeah, I could screen share to my tablet for sure, um, but I'm afraid that it might lag a little bit. I'm not sure. I didn't have time to really set it up. Ran out of time before the live tonight. That is a good idea. Real good idea. Yeah, I can definitely screen share. Blurry comes and goes. I think it's due to the changing light. Yeah, it could be. I might need to bring that light I have over there a little closer. It's gonna start getting dark. Hopefully, I got enough light to keep it lit. My phone's pretty good and at night and dark light, so hopefully, once it gets light and stabilizes, it should be okay. Hopefully, but the audio is still always good, even if it isn't clear. Just not having my tablet on, I can't let anybody in the room. That's kinda well, I guess I could, but I'd have to do it through my phone. So it does sound alright? That's good. Well, this tea's gonna be like molten lava. Yeah, I can barely see the chat, it's so funny. It's real small. My tablet doesn't do near as good in low light, so I thought about using my tablet so I could see the chat, but once it gets dark, the camera on my tablet's not near as good, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be on tonight. Just depends on how long you guys are gonna hang out and have a conversation. Let's see here. Yeah, Randy, that's a good idea. We're all getting together this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and go home Sunday out at Noblet Lake. It's close to West Plains, Missouri. Minnesota Mike and Adam, Randy from Ozarks Great Adventures. I guess Minnesota Mike as the channels. Outdoors Woodsman, Matt. Two guys in the Ozarks, me. Who else am I forgetting? Oh, Dan, Herbert T. I found out today you're coming. That's exciting. I haven't really got to chat a lot because I've been here today. So that I did see that though. That's pretty cool that you're coming. I'm Be cool to meet you guys. Gonna be a lot of fun. A really pretty place. I'm kind of excited to go back. Uh, Randy and Matt and I met up there in February, camped out. I got snowed on the second night. It was pretty cold, but it was a good time, real good time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the camp out. Um, be working on. Randy made some tomahawk target, and we're gonna be throwing tomahawks and working on our slingshot challenge. And we're all making slingshots. I'm falling behind on mine. I need to hurry up and work on mine some more. There's a lot to do there. You can fish there. There's a lot of hiking trails. I think I read something in the chat today about looking for some chert, or some people call it flint, but for flint and steel, that'd be kind of cool. I don't care what I do as long as we get to hang out and have good conversation, hang out with some good friends, and meet some new people. It's gonna be nice. I've met uh, two guys in the Ozarks, Matt, and I've met uh, Ozarks Woodsman Matt, and I've met Randy. But looking forward to meeting Adam and Mike and Herbert. I guess Dan, I should say. Let's say mine is waiting for the bands and a little sanding. Yeah, I did see. I think it was on. I don't know if it was on Facebook that you posted that picture. I can't remember what social media it was today. I did see that before I left the house that you was working on um, your slingshot. It's looking really good. Yeah, mine's kind of basic, but it's kind of the way I want it to work. A little rough around the edges, like me, I guess. It was on the group text. Maybe that's where I seen it. Maybe that's where I seen you. You did post that picture. I thought it was on social media, but yeah, you're right. That's where I seen it. I guess I seen that down here at camp because I wasn't home then. I got here probably around 12:30ish or something like that today. I wanted to get down here early. I flew the drone a little bit and fought with the tent with the wind, and yeah, I just hung out here. Him, the manager, came down and hung out and chatted with me. He's a really good guy. He gives really good rates. So if we ever want to have a get together here, um, a good spot. Haven't worked on that 50 round clip for it yet. That would be something. Uh, yeah, I'd pay to see that one. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I should have got mine out of my backpack. I guess I could crawl in the tent. I think it's in my backpack. I guess I ought to get mine and show everybody. I could get that real quick. Watch me fall. You guys would laugh. Yeah, if I fell, you guys would get a good laugh out of that one. Close this back up so bugs don't get in here with these lights on. All right. This is mine. Not very wide here. I might have to thin this out some more, but I think it'll be all right. I've got the sides squared off. I think it's either silver maple or elm. I'm not quite sure. One of the two. I got it out at my base camp out at our house. And I'm pretty sure it's silver maple, but I wouldn't swear on it. And then of course I've got this one, the cedar one that I got with Randy when we went camping a couple weeks ago. Well, I guess it was last week. Gosh, no, a couple weeks. Week. Hey, two guys in the Ozarks. How you doing, Matt? Sorry if I miss anybody's comments or miss somebody coming in because I can't really see. Two? A2. Well, I'm not gonna use two. I'm still gonna keep the cedar one. I really like that cedar one. It's really smooth and I like the shape of it. It's odd shape, but I really like it. That's not my main one. My main one's this one. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the bands come up here. I think I'm gonna drill 2 holes in the top up here and put some dowels in it, because what I got for a band, probably cheating, but not really, but they sell these, replacement daisy bands with the leather patch on it, and if you put the dowels on it, these little ends here would fit right over a dowel, so I think that would work really good. These are made for those daisy metal things that slip over the ends, so I figure if I get the dowels, I can slip those right over the end of those dowel pins right in the end. I think that's a pretty good idea, as long as I can get some big enough ones that won't break. I don't know. Wanted to get more craftsy on the bands and do like Herbert's doing, but I suck at making stuff a lot usually. Yeah, I'd say three D printing worked pretty good. That I'd actually like to see that, because that'd be really awesome. Plus, you could sell them. I'm sure they would sell really good. Sell them on Marketplace or something. Etsy for sure. Yeah. Randy said we could make them out. Oh, sorry, make them out of anything. So yeah, man, I would like to see a 3D printed one for sure. Hey, Chris, does Ethan still have his 3D printer? I can't see your. I've been using a cheap wood rasp set from Harbor Freight. Yeah, that works good. Um, I meant to grab my wood carving set my wife bought me. I've got it in my camp and stuff, but it's one of the things I forgot today. I was going to work on my slingshot some more with that. I'm going to finish up my slingshot with her wood carving kit she got me. That's awesome. Yeah, about to see if Ethan would want to go on one of these campouts with us sometime. Never thought of asking Ethan, and I know Isaac works nights now, so and his schedule's so off. I was going to invite them guys, but I know Isaac probably couldn't come. Hey, two guys, are you looking forward? Whoa, man, a bat just flew down and almost got me. Hey, Matt, are you looking forward to the camp out this weekend? And is oh, I already forgot your son's name. Oh, forgive me. Can't even remember your son's name now. That's bad. Hopefully, you both are coming. On the tip of my tongue. Awesome. I'm glad you're both coming. Why can't I think of your son's name? Can't remember. Kyle. Man, that's it. I didn't want to call him a different name. Yeah, it's going to be so good to see everybody there. I'm really looking forward to it. Almost everybody going to the campouts in here tonight. But I'm okay with that. We got a good community. That's what I was telling Tony. I just amazing to have such a good community. Everybody gets along. Well, I guess for the most part, I can't say everybody gets along, but as far as I know, everybody gets along well enough. I can't see that comment there. I mean, like Flynn. Kyle says he has to go to a friend's birthday party. Aw, so Kyle's not going, huh? Yeah, Adam does have a channel up in the comments up farther. Um, you can see his channel name there. If I had my tablet on, I'd put it in the chat, but Brandy or Ozarks, there's one of you guys can put it in there for him. Yeah, it's not an outdoors channel. He does shooting simulators. Um, I really enjoy watching them myself. I love guns anyways, but it's really, really cool system. I'm sure it's expensive too, but good night, Chris. I love you. Tell Carrie and Ethan I love them as well. Have a good night. Oh, you're getting your stimulator put in tomorrow? Man, that'd be a lot of driving to go get Kyle to go to camp and drive all the way back and get him and all the way back. Man, that'd be a lot of driving. Okay, Bubba. Have a good night, and I'll pray that the surgery goes well and you heal fast. Yeah, I do wish you luck, Bubba. I'll be praying for you. Wow, did you hear that? Coyotes are close. Holy cow. There's like 3 packs, it sounds like. One east, west, and north. Wow. Super loud. Night, Bubba. I'm sure the camera's not picking that up or the mic, but man, they're loud. Yeah, it's hard on kids for sure with their friends and everything. I had 2 boys and neither one of them were outdoorsy at all, and it was kinda bad. My daughter was a little bit, but yeah, none of my kids. I had 4 kids, and none of my kids wanted to really do camping or outdoor stuff, so yeah, they always wanted to go be with their friends and but, I mean, I guess you can't fault them for that. But like you say, they just gotta make up their minds. That's the way my kids were. They couldn't make up their minds, but if it came down to it, they always wanted to be with their friends. Thanks for coming in, Ken. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good week and thanks for stopping in and have a good night and we'll see you soon. Look forward to your fly fishing video. Good luck on that too. Nice of you to watch your coworkers' dogs. That's really nice. Yeah, it's starting to get pretty dark. Temperatures dropped dramatically. I don't know what it is out here, but my watch hasn't refreshed. It's definitely the lower 60s, I'm guessing, probably now. Now that it's getting dark, it's getting kind of chilly. I may have to put my jacket on here in a little bit. Can't see how many people's in here. 7, does it say 7? I can't see that. Can't hardly see that. Don't know how long I'll be on tonight. I guess it just depends on how many people stay in here and but too many people's talkative. I didn't really probably should have had some kind of a subject to talk about and more to talk about, but I just didn't do it. I don't know why. Wanted to talk more about other things. I really wanted to have it set. I don't know if everybody's seen it, but I posted on the community page here on YouTube that if any of you guys have any good outdoor recipes for camping, or not, it doesn't matter what it is. I want to get some recipes together, and once I get some recipes coming in, I want to start doing some lives and actually cooking those recipes. It don't have to be out here in camp like this, but I was really hoping I'd had one that I could have done tonight live. Would have been kind of hard to do, but I just would have had to keep moving the camera around. But I would like to do some live actual cooking these recipes and trying them on camera. I think that would be a lot of fun. So if any of you guys got any you want to send to me, my email's on my about on Facebook. My if you go to my channel and you go to about where it says more, my email address is there. It's me210 at live.com. But most people say they can't find where it's at if you go to the about. If you know anything about YouTube, where the your description's at of your channel, when you go to somebody's channel and you look where the description is, where it lists everything like your Patreon and your uh, social media accounts, my emails there, everything's there. So if any of you got any recipes you'd like to send my way, email them to me there, and I'd like to start doing those. Not every live, but um, you know, every now and then I'd like to do one. I think that'd be kind of cool. Randy cooked that meal that time on live at the lake. That was pretty cool. So I thought I like new camp recipes, so I thought that'd be good to something different to do. And I did see Nomadic Camping within this weekends do his live at camp last week. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. Of course, Jimmy Boy's been doing his a lot. I'm trying to look at the comments. 210, are you at your new spot? Well, it's not new. I'm at a place called Holson Mills. It's a historical society, kind of a park and campground all in one. They have an old mill and some outbuildings on the property here still. They've got a creek that runs through it, and it's it's not a typical campground like most campgrounds. They do have water. They do have a bathhouse or kind of a bathroom. It's not operational right now because it's still winter time, and they do have electric hookups for RVs if people want to bring those down here. But it's more in a wood setting back here. Uh, if you look back on my older videos, I did a hammock camp, my crew a hybrid hammock. My first camp down here was in my hammock at this exact spot that I'm at now, just well, to the one to the left of me in the trees. I did a camp here. This is only my second time on this side of the campground. My wife and I did a truck camp, um, north side of the property. And then I did a regular hammock camp. There was a real stormy hammock camp. I don't know if you all remember that one. I did that here. And then that Ascend tent that I got, I did that camp on the what is it, the east side across the creek over behind the mill. I did that camp over there where I baked those pizzas. I did that all those camps here. The shape of the tent door behind you makes it look like Darth Vader's helmet. Spaceballs, Lord Helmet, is that his name? That's funny. Covered wagon. Yeah, it does. I like the awning. The awning comes out. It's pretty cool. It even held up in the winds today. It was pretty held up pretty good. But by the time I got the tent in the truck and got everything set up, of course the wind died down a little bit. So that's how that always works. Yeah, this is a really nice spot. They do have a couple events, one in September, and I'm trying to remember Nappers. Yeah, I think that's the event they have in September. Um, they have another one second week of October, but I can't remember what he said it is. But they have two events every year. Well, technically three, but two fall events here. Um, my wife and I last fall was down here, and they have old primitive different stuff like making leather goods, and I forget what they call that event. I don't know if Ashley can remember what the name of it was, but I told them I'd get on their Facebook page and check it out. Maybe come down here and check it out this year. No, you don't have to drop the awning. Yeah, you can just zip it up here. Oh, hit my head. I've got the I don't know if you can see it, but I've got the door actually rolled up here. It's just like regular tent. You got the screen, then you've got the door. It's real nice. You can leave the awning up. I guess if it was really windy and stormy, you'd have to, but you can zip it up. Works pretty good. That looks funny with the door closed. I thought you left, Woodsman. What you been doing today? You've been really quiet. Hey, Daniel, thanks for coming in. Hey, Hammock Mountain, how are you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Tony's live last night was really good. Appreciate you and Daniel both coming in, guys. You guys haven't given me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. You don't have to, but I'm gonna open that door back up. Yeah, I think it was really good. I don't know if you was all in here earlier when I talked about it, but Minnesota Mike sent this so Randy and I could use it before he came down this weekend. I'm gonna give it back to him this weekend. Be able to take it back up to Minnesota with them. It was really kind of him to do that. But it gives you a chance to try out new things, and in a way he can kind of support our channels and give us some uh, products to do content with. So I thought that was pretty kind of him. See my little setup in there. Got my little twinkle lights. I don't know if any of you watch Balm Outdoors, but I got those twinkle lights there. They roll up inside a little round disc. And it's like 18 feet of lights. It works really good for camping. They last about 4 or 5 hours. I've had them last almost 6 hours at one time. Depends on if you have them on high or low. Awesome, guys. Appreciate you guys all coming in. I know you guys all busy and have things you could be doing. I really appreciate you coming in here. I don't know if anybody else is interested. Everybody else has been talking. We talked about it earlier, but uh, Randy threw out a slingshot challenge to make your own slingshot. So we're all this weekend, meeting up near West Plains, Missouri. We got a camp out going on, and um, yeah. So if any of you guys are interested, you guys could make your own video, make you a slingshot. It doesn't have to be. It can be anybody. I think it'd be cool if everybody kind of make videos. I forgot to tell Randy when I was talking to him the other night, but I had all my footage of making my slingshot up to this point, and I lost all my footage. I was so mad. I think it was last week when I did that camp out with Randy. I did my drone footage, and he had the drone footage in his video, and I lost all that drone footage. I was telling him the week before that I've never lost any footage, knock on wood, any footage of any camp out of anything that I've ever recorded except these last two times. My slingshot videos, I've lost all that footage. I lost that drone footage. So I'm not going to be saying that anymore. Yeah, we're gonna have a hatchet throwing contest too. That's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. I've well, not officially ever thrown hatchet. I mean, I messed around as a kid with hatchet. I had no business throwing at anything, but I mean, actually doing hatchet throwing, I have never done that. Kind of dark. This side of my face is all dark. Getting chilly. I didn't record any slingshot videos. Yeah, I had all mine of I didn't record going out and finding my wood, but I recorded it all, pulling all the bark off of it and shaping it and everything. I had quite a bit of footage and I lost it all. Hey, Nomadic, how are you? Sorry, I'm gonna have to get up and see. Randy stole my footage. That's it. Sorry, I had to look at the comments. Sorry, guys. With the sharpen mine, it won't cut air right now. Hmm, that's funny. That is pretty dull. I have some throwing axes if anyone wants to borrow them. Appreciate that, Daniel. That's cool. Yeah, I think everybody's got their hatchets for the camp out this weekend. Oh yeah. Yeah, some of the SD cards are just not what they used to be either. I think that might be, and a couple of mine are older. I need to get some new ones, I'm sure, because usually when you start having problems with them, I find that that's when they start getting old. I mean, they're like a hard drive, so they can get bad sectors on them, I'm sure. You've seen too many movies about hatchet killers? Yeah. I have too. I'm gonna put my jacket on. It is getting chilly out here. That tells you how warm it was today. I'm still in short sleeves, so it was pretty warm today. Like I said, I got up to like 74 today here. It was really nice. It's only supposed to get down to 58 for a low tonight. So down here in this valley, it's probably 5 or 10 degrees cooler, I'm sure, than most places. Man, it's kind of dark over here. Might be able to get. I don't know if this. Whoa! This headlamp's like. I hope my battery's not dying in. I bet it is. I got another set of batteries. I always keep an extra set just in case. But I haven't changed the batteries since I gotten it, so I've had it since. Man, I don't remember how many months I've had it, but it lasts a long time. Can't complain. Uh, I gotta see the comment. Sorry, turning my tablet off. I can't see. I love my little Harbor Freight hatchet. Yeah, I've got one Harbor Freight hatchet. It works really good. I like it too. Camping in the covered wagon. Yep, that's what it looks like, don't it? It's the truck tent that Minnesota Mike sent down for Randy and I to use and try out. Yeah, Sasquatch. I've heard him grunting a few times and wood knocks out here. Good night, Matt. Oh, I'll have fun for sure. It's gonna be a good night. Sam Squatch. Yep. That looks wild. Yeah, it's a nice truck tent. I'll have my video coming out. It's gonna be a really quick turnaround, but my video will be out tomorrow. I'm hoping to make the 5 o'clock. Usually 5 o'clock my video comes out, but I've got to edit it. I'm gonna try to edit tonight when I go to bed and try to get most of it done so I can get it uploaded still by 5 o'clock tomorrow. But you'll be able to see the whole tent and everything. If you see Randy's video from last week, you'll see the tent in it. It's the same tent, but of course it looks different on every vehicle. Slingshot, yeah. Well, I've got my pew pew with me, so I'm think I'm all right if he does come around. Yeah, my last video, yep, that was the same. That's the same tent. Yeah, so I thought it'd be cool showing the in through the door like this. That's why I set up like I did because I'm not having a campfire tonight because there's still a burn ban here and it was super windy today. So I didn't think a fire would be a good idea tonight, even though I really wanted one. You have a similar tent, Daniel? Yeah, I've been wanting to try a truck tent. I haven't. My nephew had one. I've been wanting to try one myself, but I just haven't gotten around to getting one. I'm not sure if I still like it. I'd really like to have a camper shell for my truck and have that kind of a setup where uh, I can just leave it on. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know if I want a camper shell or if I want a rooftop tent. I like both. Yeah, and I don't know if the band. It's kind of localized band. Um, Here they give us a warning, a burn warning, day by day. It goes by if it's really windy, you can't burn. So I mean, if it's real windy, they'd put a burn ban on. So yeah, I mean, it's always possible, but it depends on if we get any rain between now and the weekend, which I don't think we're scheduled for any rain, any amounts of any in between now and this weekend. I don't think. I hope we can burn because it'd be nice to have a nice community fire to be able to hang out at night around. Yeah, I thought about starting to camp with my dogs, but the truth of the matter is both of our dogs are pretty scared. They're not really outdoorsy dogs. We have a corgi, and then we have Izzy's a corgi, and Jax is a Chihuahua Blue Heeler mix. So they're both really skittish. Jax likes to bark, so that would be good for if somebody's coming around or whatever defense. But he barks at everything. I mean, when my wife and I go camping together, we always take the dogs. I probably should just take one of them with me once in a while, or it'd be rough taking them both. But I'd really like to have a dog that I could take camping. That'd be quite cool. When I started watching Joe Robinette, when he first started out, when he lived way back when, like 15 years ago. Well, what 15 years ago when he left Windsor, but when he started YouTube, his dog Scout, he had a German Shepherd that I just fell in love with. He was such a good dog, and I started watching him when he didn't have nowhere to camp except outside of Windsor. He had to walk outside of town to this little patch of woods that was, I mean, it's almost as pitiful as the little patch of woods I have on our property, but I'm grateful to have that. But he would take Scout out there and do bushcraft and start camping. I mean, everybody gives him a hard time, and he's been through heck, and it's a lot of it's been his fault. But I mean, he started just like everybody else. I mean, he started. I remember those old videos. I watched every one of those videos, and main reason I started watching them because of Scout, his dog. I loved watching him. He was amazing. I bawled like a baby when Scout died. I mean, he was like part of our family, and uh, it's funny. I mean, he's on YouTube. It wasn't our dog, but I mean, I really love that dog. Yeah, it does suck that he got hurt. That motorcycle accident. My wife and I looked at each other when he posted that video about getting that. We just looked at him. I didn't think it was a good idea. And I just hated it, man. Like you said, it's changed him. You can tell there's a big difference in him. That last video that he came out with, that he's getting ready to. He's got a TV series coming out, some kind of not TV series, but it's a like a videography of his life, and I'm looking forward to seeing it because he posted some pictures on social media this week that, man, he looks like a new man. So he's he's humble. He knows it was his mistake and being stupid. So I mean, we all make mistakes and nobody's perfect. You know, done a lot of things. I've been uh, lucky that I haven't got hurt. Not stupid stuff on purpose, but I mean, we're all a breath away from our final one. So you never know. Life's fragile no matter what happens, no matter what you do. And, you know, I think people can learn from what happened to Joe. I mean, carelessness and, like he said, he always wears a helmet, but that day that he took off, he's like, "Oh, I'm just going around the block. I'll be right back." Well, he didn't come back, and it's a mistake. Wouldn't have been near as bad of an accident if he would have had a helmet on. I mean, it still could have been, but with that particular accident, it would have helped him for sure. What's that say? The bike was 2 times too big for him. Yeah, that's another thing. It was pretty big. He's a pretty short guy, but I mean, if he would have been careful too, and he did post some that last video he posted some video of him on there really getting on it. So, he very fortunate to still be here. All right, Nomadic. Appreciate you coming in, brother. I really do. Hope you are you out on a camp tonight? Making a video tonight? Sweet. Looking forward to it, brother. I'll make sure I watch it. I enjoyed your last one. I enjoyed your live too, really well. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. Yeah. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't, please. Yeah, I really like that live you did last Nomadic. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. I enjoy watching Star too, because I've gotten, like Daniel said, I'd need to get a dog, bring one of my dogs out once in a while too, but I really enjoy Star. Oh, it's for your other channel. Oh, okay. Have a good night, brother. You're awful quiet tonight, Matt. You doing okay, brother? I've been deep in here. Yeah, that's nice that everybody's giving me the love tonight. I really appreciate it. I know tonight's kind of laid back and not my normal life. I like being structured more, and I thought about doing it, but I was just really tired today and this week for some reason, and didn't feel good the last couple days. So I saw part of the live. Yeah. That's okay. I appreciate it, Matt. Can't hardly read the sorry, I really gotta focus to read the comments. Oh, he's sharpening the throwing axe. Yeah. Yeah. I probably should have had some kind of structure to talk about, but I figured I could blab about something or see how cool the tent looks. I do think it looks pretty cool. Like Hammock Mountain said, it does kind of look like a covered wagon at this view. But I thought it'd be kind of cool facing into the tent. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Randy was for thumbnails was sitting in it with the lights on it. Really looked cool, all lit up. So I thought putting my roll up twinkle lights in there would make it look cool. And it is dark down here. Yeah, I understand. You like the lights, hon? I think it looks cool. I just got them draped in there. No rhyme or reason. I just kind of run them whichever way, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Yeah, it's super dark. I mean, I do see some stars that came out. Stars are looking good tonight. Might get some good pictures of the stars. Spring peepers are real loud, but yeah, it's super dark down in this valley, and it's at least 5 degrees colder down here. I'm sure it's pretty chilly. The low for tonight here was forecast to be 58, so I wouldn't be surprised if it don't get down to 50. Yeah, I can't wait for the camp out too, Matt. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, I was sad that fortunate what happened last time that we couldn't all get together, but rightfully so. At least this time, hopefully, everybody will get to show up this time and it'll go smoothly and we'll get to enjoy it. I enjoyed it last time with me and just you too. I didn't get to see the blood moons this time. I did last time, but I didn't get to see it this time. I'd seen a lot of good videos on them this time. Not the same though. Squatch sightings, yeah. He can he can come camp with us too. Me too. It was so tempting to have loaded up bushcraft meetup and been camping at the. Boy, it's hard for me to read that going so fast. Sorry. Oh, now I'm gonna have to scroll up to see it. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you're coming this time, Dan. That's gonna be good to meet you. Anybody have thermal binoculars? I don't. I'm sure Woodsman probably does. Yeah, camping's always good, Matt. I enjoyed it. I enjoy always camping though. It's definitely my stress relief. It's my way to get out and enjoy everything. Relieve stress. Definitely a good stress relief. You have night vision. What's Daniel saying? I can't read it. You all ever come west at all for this gathering? Adam says he's got some thermals, which I figured Adam probably would too. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to play with those at camp too. Yeah, my wife and I about 3 years ago, or is it 4 years ago, went out to Sedona and camped for a week out Arizona. We don't come out real often, but we're planning on doing it again, hopefully sometime. I'd really like to go back out to Arizona. I love camping out there, especially up around Flagstaff. Does it say scope old sassy? Yeah, you never know what you'll see, even if it's just wildlife. It's cool to see those the night vision's pretty cool. I've watched a lot of people use them on YouTube. You have a few set up on night vision. Cool. Yeah, that's some pretty good apps for your phone. They don't work near as good, but it's fun to play with anyways. Let's see if this headlamp works now. Whoa, yeah, the headlamp works now. Wow. That looks like a horror film now. Whoa, that's on low. Holy cow. Oh man, I can't see now. I was hoping that would help with the lighting situation, but it's almost too bright. Whoa, almost too bright. Too bright. Too bright. Too bright. Golly, that thing's way bright. That notification. A quiet place. Oh, yeah, that's uh, Luke's other channel. I don't know if you guys watch the Total Outdoor Gear review, but Luke's Quiet Place has really got some good videos. I like his. That's what made me fall in love with the ASMR videos. Time for the ghost stories. Yeah, I can do that. Your wife used to camp a lot, Matt. That's cool. You're keeping your audience tonight. Well, I don't know how, but I think I've seen a cowboy zombie. I've seen a cowboy zombie. Yeah. I don't have many ghost stories. I guess I could tell some. I had some. Yeah, that's on medium. Holy cow. Let's see if I can get on high. Another red. Ooh. Oh, buddy, that's bright. That's yeah. Well, that's cool how my camera adjusts for the light and the tint back there. That's cool. It almost washes out the picture almost in the tint. Ooh. That's way too bright. Can't get it just right. I don't know. That kind of gets my left side of my face lit up, which my face is ugly. So I'm really gonna scare you now. I swore I just heard a voice. Kid you not. Probably a frog though. What's it say? Traveling gypsy. Yeah. Reminds me of the movie, one of Dustin Hoffman's like really old movies, Little Big Man. The Medicine Man had the covered wagon. That's what it was reminding me of. I don't know if any of you watched that movie, but it's a super old movie. It's funny too, but kind of reminds me of that. Yeah, I was really wanting to fire tonight. I'm tempted to build one anyways, but winds really calmed down finally. Time's it getting to be? almost 8:30. Have I seen that right? Yep, almost an hour and a half. Appreciate you guys coming in. You guys got any questions or any questions about the tent? I think it's called a quick tent. I don't know. I don't have the specs up on it, so I probably couldn't answer too many. I mean, it's a truck tent. A lot of different brands out there. I know Bass Pro has some that are super expensive, but I'm still on the line about whether I'd want to get one or not. It's a lot of work for one person for sure, and it was quite a bit of work just for two of us. So if you get one, I suggest you take somebody with you because it's a lot of work. I mean, even if you do get everything put together on the ground, it's still a mess. Like today, if there's any wind at all, because you got to get the straps. Yeah, it was a lot of work just by myself, but at least I'd had some experience with Randy putting it up, so that did help. Yeah, Daniel, yeah, it definitely is a pain. So I mean, I'm more into wanting to do the rooftop tent, have a rack on top of the bed and a rooftop tent or a camper shell. I don't know which one I'd like to have more. I like them both a lot, but yeah, that was a lot of fun with Mission Discover. I enjoyed that as well, Randy. That was a really good live. Um, I really wish it would have done better. I know it did a little bit better afterwards, but I mean, that kid's super knowledgeable and very pleasant to watch his videos, and he's pretty knowledgeable kid. I shouldn't say kid; he's a young man, almost 18. Yeah, his videos are good to watch. If anybody hasn't watched his, I'd go and watch some of his videos. They're pretty good videos. Yep. Thinking about asking a few other YouTubers. I do a live. I don't know. I might reach out to a couple. Did I miss Hammock Mountain saying he's leaving? Can't see all the chat. Sorry if I'm okay. There you are. Got to run. I'll try to catch you next live. Okay, Hammock Mountain. I appreciate you coming in, dude. I really do. Thank you. I'll probably see you in Tony's live next time too. But if you guys haven't checked out Hammock Mountain's page, I'd sure go check him out. He's got a really good page. He's got a really good channel. I enjoy it. I got subscribed from him through Random Adventures. Tony over there. He's got some good content. No response from anybody else, Randy? Yeah, all you can do is ask. I mean, a lot of people don't like doing lives, so but I'm gonna ask a few other people. I'm not gonna say who yet until might leave it a surprise if they do come and do a live, but I've got a couple ideas. Um, there's a few people that are wanting to do lives with me that I'm not sure if I want to do live, so I'm not going to mention any names, but um, yeah, it's not anything bad against anybody. It's just, I don't know. It's something that you have to that goes hand in hand with your channel. It's other channels that um, I don't really have an interest in really. So, That's why I try not to subscribe to just anybody that comes to subscribe to my channel because if I'm not going to watch their content, I feel guilty that of not supporting their channel just because you subscribe really doesn't help you. Oh, that's a good idea, Dan. Yeah, ask that guy to yeah, inspired you to do the slingshots. Yeah, that'd be a good person to ask. I can't see the comment, sorry. Yeah, that's awesome. That would be a really good live for sure. Oh, yeah, that's right, Randy. You did tell me that you did contact him and he declined. That's right. I was wondering if that was the guy that declined. Yeah, all you can do is ask. I'm definitely wanting to get into stealth camping. I just haven't done it. I was really wanting to do a kickoff of my first camp after Tony's live to do a stealth camp, but I forgot that I had to do this tent camp too. I didn't have to, I guess, but I told Tony I'm going to do my first one here pretty soon because that was my idea of having him on and then do my first stealth camp too. So look out for that. I'll probably be doing one of those before too long. I haven't decided where I'm going to do my first one. Good night, Hammock Mountain. Appreciate you coming in again. Have a good night. Yeah. And there's a lot of bats out here. They're really swooping down. Some lot of bugs out already here. Moths and gnats. It'll be pretty clear sky. It looks like stars are coming out. Thought about leaving the rain fly off so I could watch the stars, but I didn't want to wake up with a bunch of dew all over me. Yeah, two guys. Yeah, I'm really wanting to do a stealth camp here soon. I'm just haven't. I've got a few spots I want to try, but I haven't decided which one I want to do. So I just got to make a decision and do one of them. Gonna go stealth camp behind the police station. Well, actually, I watched Tony did a stealth camp behind a police station once. That was pretty funny. And I think Steve Wallace done one too, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Steve Wallace that did it, not Tony? No, Steve Wallace for sure has done one. But it seems like Tony in one of his older videos did one too. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But if you're in the woods out there, I mean, the cops are so busy, they ain't gonna be looking out in the woods by the police station for sure. But I'm not really into doing any like Tony. He doesn't do any like really, if it's posted no trespassing or whatever. Obviously, you're not gonna go into that, and really break the law and do stuff. That's not what I'm into. But camping where you're technically not supposed to. But if it's not posted, the worst they can do is tell you to leave, and if you don't leave, then they can call the cops. So, I mean, if it's not posted that it's private property or trespassing, they can just ask you to leave. What did Daniel say? Randy should camp in the caves. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I thought about doing that too. Caves are so dangerous. What'd you say, Dan? It won't be too for him. Take me to jail. Uh, Stealth camping that drain. Yeah. Boy, that'd be a tight fit. If you're claustrophobic, that wouldn't be fun, would it? uh, There's a couple of places, when we go to my mom and dad's out on a highway, I like the rock, uh, that they cut out on roads and stuff. I used to watch some. I can't remember the YouTuber's name and channel, but he used to travel across the US and even the world on his bike, and he would stealth camp everywhere, uh, riding his bike across the US, and he'd love to camp on top of those rocks next to the roads. That would be cool. Ready for the whetstone? Oh. Hey, Dan, how are you? Outdoors with Dan. Good to see you, brother. I went stealth camping, but my wife found me and told me to get home. Oh, buddy, that's funny. Uh, yeah, I'm sure my wife would be nervous for me if I do it, but like I said, I'm not into going. Not like camping with Champion on top of the TJ Maxx building and some of the wild ones he does. But getting a U-Haul truck, yeah, I could do that. And uh, some of the stealth camps that Tony does in his car, car camping. That yeah, some of those are pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to do my first one, like I said, but yeah, on that road going to my mom and dad's, there's a certain rocks that look perfect for stealth camping, even with my hammock. So or a bivy. I just need to decide, like I said, which one. There is an old, looks like an old homestead, little cabin like thing in the middle of a field. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere in between my house and Halltown. It's out in the field. It's a little rock building, definitely on private property, but there's no trespassing signs. There's no, private property signs. I thought that'd be a cool stealth camp, but don't want to get shot by some farmer. What's Herbert say? I think wives have their husbands chipped when they're sleeping. Yes, honey, if you're still on here, you got me chipped. You almost did a U-Haul this past weekend, Randy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one and get in the list of all the people that's done the U-Haul, Steve Wallace and Tony and uh, Camping with Champion and I forget the other guy's name. Champion hung a picture of all of them in the U-Haul. That was funny. I enjoyed that. Cracked me up. Okay, Ash, you're still here. Sweet. Dan said that he thinks wives have us chipped. Are we chipped? He ain't gonna tell me. That's funny. But I did enjoy that episode of Champion on the TJ Maxx building. That was pretty wild. He did a corn maze too. I thought that was a good idea. Corn maze would be super fun to do. You'll never know, will you? Well, if I go hide out in the middle of the woods somewhere and you find me, stay out there for a long time until you come looking for me, maybe then find out that you had me chipped, I guess. uh, you're the best, honey. You put up with me, so you got to be the best, right? Hey, Tony, how are you doing tonight, buddy? Is this talking about you? Was your ears ringing? Yeah, we was talking about doing the U-Haul stealth camp, and Randy said he almost did that this weekend. Tony, yeah, we got the 2.0 family in here tonight. Looks like you enjoyed your live. Good night, two guys. Appreciate you coming in, Matt. I really do. Read that comment. I can't see it. He's scratching the chip. Yeah, you probably got that right. I never thought of that. I scratch the back of my head all the time. Ask my wife. She's always at me and slapping me when I'm like itching and picking at the back of my head. And it's probably that chip. You're right. That's funny. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in, Tony. I really do. Had a really good and successful live last night. I enjoyed watching the conversation of everybody, the big community, and got a big family. Yeah, Tony, I'm here at Olson Mills camping. Got this truck tent from a fellow YouTuber, Minnesota Mike up in Minnesota, sent this down to Randy last weekend. He camped in it. We did a collab camp down at Mark Twain National Forest, and he slept in it and got to try it out. So this week was my chance to try it out. So I'm here at this historic park here, camping tonight. Super quiet and dark here. Wow, can you hear that owl? Wow, those owls are really close. Can you hear them? Probably didn't pick it up. Good night, Randy. I appreciate you coming in, brother. I do. Have a good night. Hope your day at work tomorrow's good. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, it's gonna be cozy tonight. Got a wool blanket and a top quilt from my hammock in there. It's only gonna get down to 50s tonight, so I'll be nice and toasty warm in the tent. So just so happened that my live tonight was gonna be out on a camp, so I had to squeeze a camp in. And like I said, I gotta use this tent and get it packed up because we've got that meetup this weekend out by West Plains, and get it back to Minnesota Mike so he can take it up and use it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, 50's toasty. That's really good weather to camp. I'd probably just use my top quilt, but I do have a wool blanket. This is down in a valley, so it will be a little bit colder than the forecast down here. And there's a little creek beside me, so I'd say it's forecasted for 58. So I'd say realistically 50 to lower 50s for sure, probably. Yeah, my very first camp at this spot here was in my Crew Hybrid hammock, my flat lay hammock. I found this place on Google Earth. Actually, I didn't even know it existed. I've lived around this area my entire life, and I didn't even know this place was here. I would have come here years ago, but I found it, and it's pretty secluded back in here. Sorry, I got to read the comment. I can't see that. Live streams while camping are always pricing to the audience. Yeah, I like it. I'd like to do more. I'm not always going out on Monday nights to camp. Well, sometimes I like Sunday nights sometimes too, but I can't miss Tony's lives. Yeah, Tony, did you get through those storms last night? Did hopefully you didn't have any bad ones. Yeah, I'd say that it's the only. Holy cow! An owl's right above me in a tree. Did you hear that? There's two owls in the trees above me right here. Can you believe that? Doing this live? I don't know how many subs you need to go live. Never even thought of that. Holy cow! These owls are telling me they don't want me here. I think you can't hear them, Ashley. They're literally in the trees right above me. I can't believe you can't hear them. I bet you could hear them if I took my noise canceling earbud out. Multi camera. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, Dan. Never even thought of that. Then if I switched to my phone's microphone, you could probably hear those owls. So loud. I'm frozen. La 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 la. Good night, Adam. I appreciate you coming in, brother. I'll see you Friday, if not before. Wow, yeah, there's two owls right above me. So loud. I guess these noise canceling headphones really work good. Definitely never been that close to two owls, let alone one. Guess I got company tonight. See, Adam. Am I still frozen? I've got a good 5G signal. I'm surprised. Have to do it from a laptop though. Good night, Tony. I appreciate it. I'll definitely have a good camp. It's going to be a good night for sure. Appreciate you coming by, buddy. God bless you. Yep. It's going to be a nice night. Got these owls quiet, so quiet. Other than that, coyotes are pretty busy earlier, but I think it's going to be good. Didn't bring anything for dessert tonight. Did have my tea. Oh, what time's it getting to be? Almost 9? Yeah, I'll probably get off here at 9 unless more people come in. Can you hear the spring peepers? They're pretty loud too. You can hear spring peepers when you talk. I was surprised when I was talking earlier. You couldn't hear the owls, man. They were hooting in the middle of my talking. That's strange. Yeah, it's chilling down pretty good though. Actually, I don't know what the actual temperature is right now. My watch hasn't updated. It says it's 66, but it feels colder than 66. But it may be right. Yeah, I was trying to think of, since I didn't have a fire, I had to think of a different backdrop. One of the fire is my backdrop, but I thought the tent was the next best thing. I think it turned out all right. I'm glad everybody came in. What did it say? Strange. Strange as far as your husband? Yeah, I know you. I know I'm strange. Still 8 deep. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with 8. I know at least not having my tablet on, I'm not 2 of them at least. I'm only 1. Yeah, I think having the tablet on was too much for my hotspot. I don't know. I haven't really tried it. It did freeze again, but like I said, I have good signal in here. I'm still frozen on your end? Huh. Am I frozen on everybody else's end? Or just Daniel's? Who are you waving at? Ben says I'm frozen. Huh. That's interesting. Yep, frozen. Well, that's weird. Wonder how you fix it. Frozen, frozen. Woodsman said frozen too. Oh, clapping at your numbers here. Oh, well, I'm only 6 now. Since I'm frozen, everybody's leaving. That's pretty funny. I'm just cleaning up my messes. Uh, I thought I had some towels around here, but gotta get everything ready for when I do want to clean up. That I don't have so much to clean up later. Not that it matters. I'm just talking. Yeah, not that big of a deal tonight, huh? I appreciate everybody coming in and spending their time tonight. You didn't have to, and I appreciate it though. I really do. You guys are the best. I look forward to everybody's lives. Usually, everybody's lives usually are pretty fun. Like I said, Tony's was really fun Sunday night. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, almost 100 people in there at one time. It got hard to watch all the comments because there's so many people. Yeah, pretty fun. What are you guys all doing right now? Just watching me? Anybody have any popcorn? Ooh, that would have been good to bring. Popcorn. I didn't bring a single thing for dessert. Can you believe that, hun? I didn't bring anything for dessert. What's this world coming to? I did have a snack earlier when in the middle of putting the tent up and getting ready for live. I did a snack before I had dinner. Yeah, I do have a good breakfast plan for the morning. That's if I get up in time and want to cook when I get up in the morning. It's hit or miss sometimes. In StreamYard, try turning just your camera on and off. Tried that. I don't know if that helped any. I thought about just doing it in YouTube since I wasn't really going to have a guest this time. I probably should have just done that just so it wouldn't have had to work. Maybe it would have worked a little bit better. I don't know. I watch people's YouTube lives that they just use YouTube, and sometimes it's not good quality, but sometimes I think it's on YouTube's end more than anything. Because, like I said, I'm one bar shy of full 5G signal, so I've got a good signal. So I can't believe it's as long as the sound's up there, I guess. You're forging a knife, Daniel? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not doing anything super exciting here. Thought about, oh, there it went. It's a light again. Thought about working on my a slingshot again, but now that it's so dark, I'll probably end up cutting myself. The owls quit hooting. I hear Joe's playing. Can't get away from those, can we? Guess I can whittle on a little bit. I don't know if anybody'd be interested. I did talk to Tim, the manager of the property here, and he said we could do a meetup, like a hammock hang here. I wouldn't mind trying to get, we don't have anything really here in the Midwest for like HangCon, but not that big, but just a hammock get together for hammockers. I thought that'd be a good idea. And he said he'd be more than happy to host an event like that here, even if it's, small handful of people, a dozen people or even. I just think it'd be kind of cool to have it. This would be a good spot to have it, sure. Need my knife carving set. I mean, my wood carving set, knife carving set. It'll be fun. Looking forward to this weekend. This is this camp is kind of a 2-for-1. I get my weekly video I'm gonna squeeze out of this, plus I'm gonna have the live out of it. So this was really good, and I really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me tonight. Probably gonna call it here at 2 hours, just so I don't keep everybody up late, and like 2 more minutes or so, unless anybody wants to talk about anything else, or just thought I'd leave it open tonight and just talk about whatever and see what everybody was up to. And I know Monday nights usually are pretty low key and boring for everybody, getting off the weekend and first day back to work. Usually everybody's usually not super happy about Mondays. How are the doggies doing, hun? I'll be wondering why they hear dad on TV. Yeah, I never thought of that. They might be acting like owls, huh? Could very well be. Dogs are crashed out. Sounds about right. It's about the time, right? They're all ready for bed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna crash tonight, big time, because I hadn't slept the best the last couple nights. Really sick to my stomach a couple nights. Yeah, it was rough couple nights this the weekend. Yeah, the spring peepers are about all it's making noise now. They're gonna serenade me to sleep tonight. Coyotes usually get pretty loud down here too. What'd you say, hon? I can't see that right there. You got positioned with my cooking. Oh, poisoned with my cooking. What? No, I think it was those mushrooms. Had to been the mushrooms. Because that's, if you remember the last time we had those, not those same particular mushrooms, but last time we had mushrooms, I got kind of sick too. So I don't know what the deal with that is. And mushrooms have never bothered me in the past, but I know, don't say it. I'm getting old. Yeah, well, I guess we made it past the 2 hour mark. How many's in here? I can't hardly see. I think it says five. Boat camping and van camping right around the corner up here. Well, that's a good idea. Actually, Randy and I from Those Arts Great Adventures was talking about that. He's like wanting to do a boat camp on his John boat. I thought that'd be a good idea. A guy I watched, Wes Wherever, he stayed overnight in his kayak out in the ocean. That was pretty fun. 6 deep. You're still here, Herbert? That's not too bad then. I figured everybody be super bored with me. John boat stealth camping. Yeah, I told Randy that'd be a good idea. I'd totally do it too. Yeah, still a young whippersnapper. Yeah, I turned 50 back in December, so yeah, I'm pretty young still. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Do we, hon? And I hope you don't. Man, it's hard for me to see sometimes on the comments. And I hope you don't have. uh, Youngin, yeah, young. Yep. So you're always young as you feel. Well, sometimes you feel a lot older than you are, for sure. You laughing, honey? Sorry, it's so hard for me now that it's dark too. To you think it'd be easier to see the comments, but these lights and the glasses mess with my be able to see the comments. I'm surprised being on the phone and being that small. I can see them. Must need to get my eyes checked again. You gotta drive all the way down, huh, Van? I think I'm the baby. Oh, Daniel. Yeah, everybody in here is probably, well, my wife's probably, I don't know how old you are, but might be the youngest in here. Everybody else went to bed. I think Woodsman's still hanging around watching. I don't know if he's still around. Probably. Pretty cool. See if I can lift this up and see if I can show you the awning on the thing. Yeah, the awning's pretty cool. I got my Nebo light up on the awning trying to help light it up in here, but pretty cool. Yeah, Woodsman's still here. What'd you say, Daniel? I almost missed your 49. Oh, well, you're just a year younger than me. Still better than 58. Yeah, 58. Too bad. Ben's 58. Wow. You guys are the same age. I think Randy's 56. I think that's what he said. I'm still frozen? That's so weird. I'll trade you. Okay. Let me turn the camera off and see if that fixes it again. Am I frozen for everybody else? Aches and pains come with it. Ah, well, I've already had neck surgery and I've had my share of pains and still got arthritis in my back. Yeah, it was rough on my body and when I was younger. Didn't fix it, did it? But I'm frozen. Frozen. I don't know what to do to fix it. I don't want to do anything to kick it off, but I guess if I do, I do. There's 5 still in here. I don't know if there is. That's weird that it freezes like that. Hmm. Still frozen, huh? Well, I remember when I was stealth camping on Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark? Man, you are old. Boy, that's a good idea. When I don't know if any of you seen Camping with Champion. He stealth camped in the little kid's pirate ship. That was funny. That was a good episode. Yeah, that was so funny. Nobody ever think about that. Stealth camping. There's a lot of good places to, a lot of people get mad because they stealth camped in the sheds and stuff. But I mean, as long as they don't have, you're not hurting anything, and I mean, not posted, no trespassing. I mean, they're not locked. You're not hurting anything. I don't know why it matters. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Keeps freezing. Never had that many freezes in alive. Probably shouldn't have done StreamYard tonight out here in the woods. Probably next time I do a camping one, I'll probably just use YouTube live. I think that would probably work better. I didn't walk to school 5 miles barefoot uphill both ways. I rode my horse. uh, I've heard that one quite a bit from my grandmother before she passed. But it was in the snow, barefoot in the snow, not on the horse. Yeah, I love old sayings like that. So many people, you can sure tell people's ages when they talk because people just don't talk like that anymore. The younger the generations coming through, they don't have all those goofy sayings like they used to have. It just people just You know, if this world lasts long enough, sadly enough, all those things probably are going to be gone. All of us getting older and I hope not. Hopefully, some people carry on those funny sayings because there's a lot of them. I know I have a ton of them. My wife and I was talking about we need to write down all these funny sayings that my parents say and her parents say and our kids, and hope I don't ever forget them all. There's so many funny ones. He was chased by dinosaurs on the way to school. Hmm. Yeah. Uh, well, some dogs look like dinosaurs. Some of those are pretty big. Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was a good one, Herbert. You can sit back here on the can't even sit back on the tailgate unless you open the screen. So that's another bad thing about truck tents I found so far, that I really love cooking on my tailgate and utilizing the tailgate when I truck or car camp. So if you don't mind bugs in your tent, you could unzip it and sit on your tailgate, but you lose all of the use of your tailgate. So I really don't like that. Hey, Campfire and Dirty Tires, how are you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in, brother. Was wondering if anybody else was going to come in tonight and join me on my lonely camping trip. It's been good though. We've had a lot of people stop by and say hello. Tony from Random Adventures 2.0 came in earlier and said hi. Hammock Mountain, of course, every wonderful person that's here. Herbert T, PD Knives, Daniel, Ozark's Woodsman, Ozark Great Adventures been in here. Um, Adam, I hadn't seen Minnesota Mike tonight. Ozarks with Den, Adventures with Ken. I was hoping Lower Michigan would stop in tonight, but I know he's been busy man. I went to his live earlier. You doing any van camping videos coming up anytime soon? Campfires and Dirty Tires. I sure like your van setup you got there. And you've been working on your little camper that you got too. I did notice that the last video you worked on it, but I know you're probably busy too. And yeah, sorry, I have to get close to see the comments once in a while. Oh, you're gonna be camping for a month. Awesome. Oh, you're getting ready to go on that meetup, aren't you? With Lower Michigan, Jimmy Boy. Oh, you had to delete them. Yeah, that little camper is a really cool camper. I like that. But I also like your van. Like I said, that van's really cool. I really like vans a lot. Vans and campers for trucks, but I like the camper shells and stuff like Whiskey Dog Outdoors, his um, camper he's got. His little camp setup's pretty cool in the back of his truck. I mean, I don't do a lot of truck camping, but if I had the setup, I'd probably do more. I do like using my pop up canopy and putting over my bed and camping in the back of my truck with that. That works really well. Plus, you've got an awning that you can pull over to the side and set under too, and utilize that as well. I did too much cussing. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you're working on another camper van right now. Cool. You get a new van or just gonna have a second one? Any of you guys have not given me a thumbs up, I appreciate a thumbs up too. Keep forgetting to ask people to do that. Yeah, your awning on your van, yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, if I ever go with a rooftop tent, I'd like to have an awning off the rack that goes on the top of the bed. That would be nice. 10,000 add a high top to your Chevy van. Then, yeah, man, that's not too terrible, I guess. That would be really cool. That'd make a really good camper van. E350. Wow, big one. That'd be nice. I'd like to have a four-wheel drive one, like um. What am I thinking of? My mind just went like Forsty Force has got a four-wheel drive Ford van, and no, this is a Ford or Chevy. I can't remember, but he's got a four-wheel drive van, and oh, van camping. What's his name? He's got two channels. Uh, can't remember, but four-wheel drive van would be ideal. Trent the Traveler, he is upgrading his. He got a new four-wheel drive Sprinter van. It's going to be really cool to see those new rides. You have three vans right now? Wow. Yeah, four-wheel drive van. That'd be really cool. They're just on a truck chassis, so I mean, even if you don't have one, you could pretty easily make a four-wheel drive out of any van as long as you get a four-wheel drive truck chassis to go with it. UPS sells their 4x4 vans. Yeah, never thought of that. That's a good idea. Chevy, yeah, Chevy's a good. Ford and Chevy both have a good four-wheel drive van, but like you say, Ford, I mean, they're pretty interchangeable. The E Series, the other guy has a Ford. Yeah, yeah, he does. Primal Outdoors. That's what the other guy was. He's got the Ford four-wheel drive van. That's a really nice setup he's got. Two Fords and a Chevy. Well, I can't go wrong there. I like all of them. I think I be more partial to well, I don't know. I've had the Chevy van too. I just haven't had a Ford van, but I like all of the channels that have the Ford drives. I really like the looks of them really well. Yeah, Forsty Force has got a Chevy. His is a Chevy, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah, that's a nice van. I like his setup a lot. Little wood stove, really nice setup. I enjoy his channel a lot. My wife and I watch him a lot. I'm not a Ford guy at all. Chevy for the win. Yeah, I mean, I've had good luck with both. I've had both. So I like the looks of Fords more than Chevys. But now that Chevys, I mean, there's a lot of years that I like Chevy looks a little bit better than Fords too. So it's just hit or miss. I like both. Like I said, I've had both in my life, and I've had good luck with both. I really haven't had a lemon in either one. So my favorite Chevy I had was a '76 short bed Chevy. It was a nice truck. I really miss it a lot. Got a lot of places with a two-wheel drive Chevy van. Has a rear lock. Yeah, yeah, you can go quite a few places if you know how to drive and inflate your tires, and you know even take you some recovery boards on with you. I mean, you can go a lot of places. 15 passenger. Wow, that's a big one. That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, vans are really cool. I really have liked watching all the YouTubers that live in vans full time, and um, I think that would be so cool to be able to do that. Not just do it full time, but I mean, yeah, if you live in a, a lot of people are getting into the tiny home living. I mean, they say they wouldn't want to live in a van, but or RV, but if you live in a tiny home, it's what you live in pretty much. I mean, one's stationary, one's not. But there's so many cheap ways to heat and everything. Your vans. Also had a '76 Chevy short bed. Yeah, that was the best Chevy pickup I have ever had. Well, that one, and I had a '70 Chevy, 1970 C10 custom. Uh, it was a long bed. It wasn't as pretty as my '76, but it was a nice truck. It was my dad's, and then my brother got out of the Navy and bought it from my dad and put a new motor and transmission in it and got it ready to paint. And then he needed money and sold it to me. And of course, I was stupid, and somebody offered and pulled up at a gas station, offered me the right money for it, and I went to the bank and sold it to him. So kicked myself for not keeping all these old trucks, but the way it goes. Used to camp in an 18 passenger van, Dan. Yeah, those make good campers. Like my uncle Pat, he was kind of a hippie. He hitchhiked and jumped trains all of his life, and then when he settled down, he bought a small school bus and converted it into a camper, and that thing was so cool. I asked him, "Hey, what are you going to do with some of them seats?" And my bedroom. It was when the first Nintendo came out. I got two of those seats and set them at an angle in the corner of my room and made a little gaming setup in the corner of my room with those school bus seats. That was so cool. I really enjoyed that. All my friends thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And I had Christmas lights strung up around my room. And we had a creek that went through our property. And every time it'd flood, you'd get free road signs and stuff. We'd wait out in the water and drag out the road signs. And I had all those road signs in my room, and all the kids thought I stole them. I was like, no, I mean, I just pulled them out of the creek. I appreciate you stopping in. Campfires and Dirty Tires. I really do. I'll see you in Jimmy Boy's chats again, I'm sure, soon. And have a good night. Thanks for coming in. YouTube wasn't around back then. Yep, I guess so. Yeah, back in the old days when, I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago, but sometimes it does seem a long time ago, but it was a whole different world back then, even what, 50 years ago now, or 40, especially 50, but even 40 years ago. I mean, so different. I mean, like I say, YouTube's changed everything. It's helped because it's my main form of TV. I don't ever watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube. It's To me, it's the true reality TV for the most part. I know there's a lot of YouTube channels out here that are putting on for views or whatever, but not realistic or whatever. But for the most part, most people are pretty genuine, and that I've run across, and makes it interesting entertainment. You know, Especially these lives. You never know what live you're going to catch. Jimmy Boy's lives are pretty interesting, and you just all different kind of lives are just popping up on your feed all the time, and you never know what somebody's going to do, where they're going to be. Just like me tonight camping, I didn't know exactly which camp place I wanted to go, but I was wanting a campfire. But like I said, couldn't have my campfire tonight. I guess I could have, but Old Coleman metal coolers and tents with galvanized tent poles. Yeah, yep. And the canvas, and a lot of those were canvas back then. I mean, they had a lot of polyester heavy tents too, I guess. But yeah, we had we had one of those. Yeah, my uncle had a lot of tents. Him traveling and hitchhiking and all over. He had a lot of different old tents. And my mom and dad, we had a tent like that, cabin style. But that was the only one I can ever remember having because my parents weren't super outdoorsy. My dad did hunt and fish a little bit, but he didn't like to camp too much. Him and my mom and their brothers and sisters, their version of camping was in RVs, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But being a kid, I wanted to camp out in the woods, and none of my family wanted to, so I always had to do it at a young age by myself. My pup tent, yeah, I remember being in Royal Rangers and Boy Scouts having those old pup tents, and a lot of the guys had the military poncho tents. Yeah, yeah. I grew up on a 360-acre dairy farm, and I always say I had the perfect Tom Sawyer childhood because we had a creek that split our property in half, and we had a really cool campground right there at the creek. And my parents were super cool and would let me camp on even school nights as long as I'd show them I had my homework done. And as long as I got on that bus, man, if I didn't catch that bus every day, I would have been grounded for a month. But that was so cool. I mean, be able to do that and camp and jump on the bus. I mean, I love it. Like I said, I've virtually been camping like this all my life, and I never get tired of it. Roasting mellows, yep. Nothing like a good old s'mores on camp. I mean, that's besides eating at camp or just being out. I mean, the campfire and food go hand in hand. That's definitely nice. Now that it calmed down, I probably should have started a fire, but now it's getting late. Yep. I hear the coyotes coming back. They're quite far off tonight. Not near as close as they were earlier. There's always a lot of coyotes around this area. Like I said, just north of where I'm at, across the road, there's I forget how many acres of conservation land. We're all surrounded with conservation land and farm around here. So this is literally kind of in the middle of nowhere. Surprised I have a 5G signal. Tim, the manager of this property, said he's never seen anybody down here with 5G signals. So I was like, well, this is a hot spot. Don't tell anybody about it. 60. Yeah. Earpiece don't fall up. Yeah, because I think when he's been here for 10 years, and he had Verizon back then, and he didn't have a signal hard at all here, and he had to end up giving up Verizon back then 10 years ago because he couldn't get a good enough signal. So he went to AT&T, and they guaranteed him signal here and da da da. And now he's having a problem with AT&T. I said, well, I've got Verizon, and yeah, this is the second time I've been down here and have 5G signal, and it's only one bar from a full 5G. So they've really either put another tower out here or boosted their signal, something, because it's good signal out here. I know a lot of people do lives on just LTE and do pretty well. I've only this is the first one I've ever done remotely. Didn't know how well it'd do. I'm surprised it's froze a couple times because with such a good signal. But like I said, using StreamYard remotely probably wasn't a good idea. I'm definitely gonna try when I'm out here again, try YouTube's live and see if it runs a little smoother. It might. I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with it because Tony's live last night. He's got a really good fiber optic high speed internet, and he was he never froze. Well, kind of real short freezes, but it was blurry a lot, quite a bit. So I was thinking it's probably YouTube on for the most part, YouTube or StreamYard or combination between both. I don't know. It's hard to say. But it's getting what 9:30. Yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy myself. May have to end up turning in for long. I move south to Boston towards the woods, New Hampshire, and get lost every day I could. Yeah, for sure, Daniel. Solar flares. Yeah, could be solar flares. You never know. I don't know. It's clear as a bell out here tonight too. It looks like stars everywhere. It's a really good clear night. So we got Starlink at the house. So my last live that I was on with Tony, I never froze, but my screen got blurry several times. So and I've got good signal on Starlink. So I don't know. Sometimes I just think it gets overwhelmed. A lot of people doing lives and so many different scenarios of reason why it probably freezes. And I mean, I've been happy with the turnout overall. I mean, as long as everybody can hear you, I guess, and as long as it unfreezes sometimes. But yeah, I've got my I think it's a 2-inch memory foam mattress in here on the. I've got a foam mattress, a foam mat underneath of it, and then that memory foam mattress. So I'm gonna be pretty comfortable. And I've got a wool blanket and 30-degree top quilt for my hammock. That it's only supposed to get down to like 50 or so. So it's gonna be a pretty warm evening. Sometimes if there's a major world event, good that could be too. You never know. I mean, it's it'd be nice if it was a perfect world, right? If it always worked the way you'd want it to, then what would you have to complain about? Well, for most people, I'm sure you could find plenty to complain about. But I try not to be a complainer. But I mean, you always find yourself complaining about something. I mean, all you got to do is drive into town and you're going to be complaining pretty quickly. I find myself people driving, people are such horrible drivers. That makes me complain quicker than anything is get in town and around a bunch of people that can't drive. And, I like coming out like this in solitude. I just hate being in the big cities. I just hate it. And when I was an adult, of course, we moved away from the farm and had to live in town for big chunk of my adult life, and I've hated it. And when my wife and I started dating, my apartment got broke into. They stole all my tools, all my camping stuff, everything I had worth anything. They came in, kicked the door down, stole everything out of my apartment while I was gone. And my wife and I, we got married. We bought a 5 acres where we live now, and we're like, we got to get out of Springfield. We got to get out of here. And I hope like a heck I never have to go back. Yeah, you got to get out and camp, get away from it all, and decompress and be one with nature. I think truly that's why we were meant to do is camp outside, and we've as human beings have made it to where we're so comfortable about being away from the outsides and being inside and being around electronics. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm just as guilty as anybody else about liking some of the latest electronic gizmos, but I still like my time in the woods and fishing and hunting. And I don't know. Guess I'm one of the weird ones. Yeah, I know you do, Daniel. I've been right where you're at. I lived in downtown Phoenix, right off of Van Buren and McDowell. Or not. Well, I lived on Van Buren in the townhomes they built there. We lived in a third story townhome right off of Van Buren, and then McDowell and it's right close to the Good Samaritan Hospital. What street? Dayton Street. We lived on right there off of McDowell. Um, my mom and dad had um, a duplex, double duplex. They had two duplexes, and we lived there when we first moved there, and then we got saved up some money and moved and rented a new townhome downtown, right off of Van Buren. Man, it was right in the middle of Phoenix. It was rough. Of course, in Phoenix, you pay higher insurance rates for depending on what part of Phoenix you live in. Of course, we paid the highest rates there. Yep. Stop thinking. You hate the city. Yeah. Yeah. But it's so easy and convenient though for sometimes for people, and some people just don't like, not saying you don't. I mean, I didn't like the city, you don't like the city, but some people love the city. Some people don't want to be out in the country. And like when me and my wife moved into our place where we're at now, it was so quiet. That's the first thing we said when we laid in bed that first night we moved into our house. I say, honey, listen to that. He's like, what? I don't hear anything. It was so quiet, so nice. More people are moving out there now and it's noisier. We saw the working ladies and the homeless. Yep, sure did. Yep, it was a bad deal. We still lived out there when they completed the Cardinal Stadium out there. My dad and I worked for electrical company that was out by the stadium out there, and I wired a lot of houses out in Phoenix while I was out there. I was out there on a short time. I was only out there, what was it, a year? We moved out there in 14. Yeah, we came back into 15, so it was there a year, a little over a year, and wired a lot of houses while I was out there in the Goodyear area, Anthem area, of course, all over Phoenix. But in that year, I went out, moved out there. My dad worked contract work for Sam's Clubs and Walmart. He did a lot of painting, pretty much any kind of maintenance type work for Walmart and Sam's Clubs out there in the Phoenix and pretty much the whole state of Arizona. Went to Utah and Nevada and a few times and did some work too. But yeah, it was pretty bad. But overall, I mean, even though Phoenix is a really big city, the way it's set up, I like how you can drive surface streets, which I stayed off the interstates, the loop most of the time because it was just as fast going across the valley on surface streets. So I usually just did that. And it was so hard to get used to being in Phoenix. A Walmart trip going to Walmart, it'd be 2 hours. I mean, now you can run to Walmart and be back in 15, 30 minutes, but going to Walmart out there was a 2 hour, 3 hour ordeal. Ghetto birds. Yeah. Yeah. When I was out there, I loved driving up to Flagstaff. Of course, half the guys that were electricians out there, they went up to Flagstaff and did snowboarding and skiing and stuff, or they had four wheelers or side by sides or whatever. But My thing was camping. They all did their snowboarding and whatever else, but the Flagstaff area, man, I love camping up there. It's so beautiful. Sedona is really pretty. Dollar General, which way into the block? Yeah, man, there's so many Dollar Generals everywhere. We went to when we went clear down to uh, um, Lake Catherine State Park in Arkansas, South Central Arkansas. My wife and I was laughing because we counted so many Dollar Generals going down there. We've lost count how many. I mean, like you say, almost every block there's a Dollar General. They built one. It's funny, we're out in the middle of nowhere here, just up by Everton. There's a brand new Dollar General. It's literally out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, they're genius. I mean, they pop everywhere, but it's so convenient because, I mean, even though it's a little more expensive than Walmart, most people gladly pay it so they don't have to go to Walmart. It's convenient because this little area here, like I said, it's only $10 to camp. But when I factor in, I like going to Mark Twain a lot because I like hiking in and backpacking in with my hammock and doing more remote camps. But it takes me an hour and 10 minutes to get down there one way. So in my truck, it costs quite a bit in gas. I can drive here and only pay, excuse me, $10 and to camp, and it's cheaper than paying the gas drive all the way down to Mark Twain. So it's a win-win for me here. And this is still feels really secluded, until it gets summertime, which I don't like camping in summer near as much as I do spring, fall, and winter. Bartlett this weekend for my birthday. Oh man, Bartlett, yeah. Have fun, Daniel. I really like that area too. That'd be fun. There is things I miss about Phoenix area, like all the swap meets. We go to the Goodyear swap meet, the Washington swap meet, Street swap meet, and Apache Junction. That was one thing I really miss about doing with my parents. They loved going to swap meets, garage sales, that type of stuff. And yeah, happy birthday, Daniel. Hope you have a really blessed day and a really happy birthday. Thanks, Den, for wishing him a happy birthday. Yep. Have a good time and enjoy it for us. We'll be thinking about you. Yep. There's good things if you look hard enough in every city, every place. If you look hard enough, you can find something good. Even though I was in the middle of all those skyscrapers on Van Buren Street there in Phoenix, and you'd hear gunshots and there'd be drive-bys all the time. But God looked after us and kept us safe, and we found the good in that area too. We'd go to Yuma a lot, and we'd go down, drive all the way the back way uh, down to San Diego. We went to SeaWorld a couple times, and I mean, there's places you have to get out of the city. Watching the balloons, the hot air balloons, I've really missed that. The last subdivision I was wiring houses on, it was so cool. We was out in the desert, and it was in the area out there north, out past, well, a little past Anthem, where they were launching all these hot air balloons, and right in the behind the last house I was wiring, they were all taken off, and it was so pretty. I love hot air balloons. I'd love to do that someday. Never ridden in a hot air balloon. On the riverside. 23, and we're here saying, happy birthday, Daniel from Woodsman. 6 deep. Yep. Doing pretty good. Six of you are still hanging in there. I said I was going to leave at the 2 hour mark, but definitely need to leave at the 3 hour mark, if not before. But I mean, I'm just gonna go to bed if I do get off here, so it's not that big a deal, I guess, as long as you guys are willing to hang in there with me. But I don't know how these people do 4 and 6 hour lives. I just don't. I don't know. I guess if I had planned out more and had things to talk about and do projects on lives like some people do, I guess that'd be a little easier. I just wasn't near as planned. I just wanted it chill and relaxing. Figure everybody'd talk about some things. Let's see here. I was going to make a video last weekend, and there was a standoff with the cops next door. Oh man, sounds right. Reminds me of Randy, poor Randy, down there where he lives. He calls it the trailer hood. I get Matt calls it the trailer hood where he's at too, but it's the way he is. His neighbors, everything. He can't film nothing there in his neighborhood because every time he goes out, I mean, somebody's starting up a big motorcycle, loud motorcycle, or car, or so noisy in his area. Kind of the way I don't do more videos at my house because it's so loud around our house, and we're in kind of the flight path for the airport that flies over our house, and all the military helicopters and stuff fly over our property all the time too. Miserable. I love our property, but not ideal for making videos for sure. The filing was too noisy. Yeah, that live would have been good. I thought about doing that too tonight, but I didn't come prepared. I didn't, like I said, didn't bring my carving kit and didn't have the things to do the dowels. I think that'll be good for the slingshot bands. I may just wait and finish mine up during the camp. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I was hoping to have a fire to keep me busy and have that ambiance going. I guess I could have started one anyways, but I didn't want to go against the rules. My phone still said fire ban when I got here, so I didn't want to push it. With it being calm now, it would have been nice. I'm bringing the wood. I'm bringing the wood rafts kit I got just in case. Yeah, there we go. I forget what the deadline is for our slingshots. I don't know if there is an actual deadline. Rasp, yeah. I knew what you meant. Yeah, it's going to be a fun camp. I'm looking forward to it. I feel bad that not everybody can go because not everybody's close enough to come, but I mean, they're all going to be there in spirit. And I don't know if any of us will have a good enough signal, but I'm sure hoping one of us will have a good enough signal so we could all do a big live. I think that would be super cool uh, to do a live while we're down there, like Matt and Randy and I did at the winter camp. Was really fun. We enjoyed that a lot. Um, I'd really like to get a Wii boost someday. That would be nice to be able to boost the signal where you could have good enough signal to do a live. I think that would be kind of cool. Gonna be fun. Are you coming by yourself to the camp, Dan? I think they said you are. Appreciate you driving that far. I know that's a long drive when you're by yourself. Yep, I'll need to remember to tag him in it when I do make a video. Like I said earlier, it really stinks because I I lost all that footage of carving my initial uh, slingshot. So but I'll I'll video what I can on finishing it. I guess I need to finish carving a little bit out of it and shape it up a little bit more and get the dowels drilled in and glued in. Yeah, I didn't figure you did, Dan. I figured, but yeah, I mean, what they say it's 5.5 hours for you or something like that. That's, I mean, not horrible. I mean, my kids lived in Southern California, and when I was out in Phoenix, I drove 6 hours to get them and 6 hours back, so 12-hour round trip when I bring them back to see the grandparents, and um, so that's kind of like that. I did that every other weekend, and it's a long trip, but at least half of it I was by myself, but coming back I was with my son, so it was nice. Yeah, yeah. I've had so many bad SD cards in the last couple years. And they say just watch where you buy them. Definitely don't buy them off like Timu or somewhere. But even eBay or Walmart or Best Buy, I mean, I've only got one card left that's pretty reliable, and it's in my drone. But even that drone footage that I lost last week, that was the first drone footage I lost. I lost drone footage and those footage off my carving, my slingshots. I'm like, they just disappeared. I mean, I didn't transfer them to nothing. I didn't lose them in transfer. I didn't lose them in editing. They were on my phone and then they were gone. And my phone doesn't have SD card. It has built-in memory and they disappeared. I mean, even if you accidentally delete them on Google, Google backs them up, and you have to where you permanently delete them, you have to go to the trash in your Google's photos to actually permanently delete them. So they were not even in the trash; they were gone. They just like disappeared. I think Google deleted them. 5 hours, 36-minute drive time. I figured around 6.5 hours was stopped. Yeah, that's probably right. There's a software you can get to test your cards. Yeah, I'll have to look that up for sure and see if I got any bad sectors or if they're just bad. Yeah. And just electronics in general are just trash anymore. They don't make anything worth a darn, and nobody, I don't know. Yeah, Daniel, for sure. We'll have to let everybody know, invite you. I know it'd be a super long trip for you, but maybe if we can plan something farther in advance, more people can make it from farther distances. It's like I want to go to Tony's get together in May 24th, but it's like I think it's 15 hours for me to go to Tony's meetup, and it's on Memorial Day weekend. And I just lost my parents this last year, so this is going to be the first Memorial Day without them, and it's going to be a tough one. So I don't think I want to miss this Memorial Day. I love Tony to pieces, but plus it's a long ways to go by myself. You've had that happen with the photos on your phone too. Yeah, 2024 was a bad year. It was really tough, and like I told everybody before, this community is really, I mean, camping, really, my wife, God, I mean, friends, everything. But this community's really helped me to get through that time. I lost my dad, and 6 months later, I lost my mom, and it just, you never plan on losing anybody, but losing both parents in one year, I just, I didn't think mom would go that quick after dad, and you never know. Life is too short and fragile. You don't know. I mean, I could lay in that tent tonight to go to bed, and it may be my time to go. You don't know. Live life to the fullest for sure. But I appreciate that, Dan. Yeah, it's I know where they're at. There's hope, and they're with their heavenly Father, and they're together again. And mom didn't have to spend another year without dad, and obviously didn't have to celebrate. She was really not wanting to celebrate their anniversary without him, and she got to go home and be with him before their anniversary, so they got to spend it where they wanted to be. So both of them are in no pain, and it's a good thing. There's hope, and there's I know I'll see him again. That's the positive part. It's hard not having him for sure, but I'm glad I get to see him again. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, I appreciate it, and I usually don't talk about personal stuff, but I mean it goes into you guys mean a lot to me, and if I didn't have my wife, and I didn't have my family and my in-laws, I mean, um, had an amazing parents, and my wife's got amazing parents. I am truly blessed to have my in-laws. I feel like are just like my real parents. I mean, they love me and treat me like their own son, and it's amazing. And I know I'm fortunate to have that because I've never had that. And my parents loved her parents, and vice versa. And it was amazing. And not that it made it any easier, but if I can help somebody, I'm not the only one that goes through that stuff, but sharing that with others, it helps. It helps. And being on here and hearing things, and hearing people go through things, knowing that you're not alone. But I really appreciate everybody in this community. I do. I can't tell everybody enough. I tell Randy when I see him at camp with him, and Matt, and all these guys, and I don't know. I don't know what I would have done going through that if I didn't have the support that I have from my family, from my friends, from you guys. Um, you know, Everything aside, everybody's beliefs, everybody's, I try not to talk religion on here, or politics, but whatever anybody believes, it doesn't matter. In the end, if you can find peace and comfort, no matter what your beliefs, um, and find the support. It's encouraging to see Matt and all his videos, and talking about um, depression, and if you've gone through hard things, and telling you to squatch them. I mean, that's encouraging to me to see him encourage other people. You know, we're all here for one another to help carry burdens. That's a universal language. I believe no matter what anybody believes, um, we're here to support one another with good times and bad. We're here to lift everybody up, not tear people down. That's what I like about this community. This community is super strong, super encouraging, supportive. Um, I didn't have to talk about what happened to me and my family last year. I was supported and felt loved by people that really didn't know me and didn't know my story. Um, that being said, it means a lot to me, and I appreciate every one of you guys. I appreciate my wife being there and supporting me, and the things that she's had to go through. Uh, it's it's really tough to know, and that's not the end of of life. Life goes on, and life has to go on, and to be able to find people to talk to, like Matt says. If you can't talk to a friend, call a complete stranger. um, Call 988. um, those are posted all over the Missouri conservation signs now, and you know there's always hope. There's no matter how crappy life gets, what life throws at you, it doesn't matter. There's always hope. There's always somebody there that cares about you. You know, I've had good family, but I also have good friends, and I have all of you guys that show us love each week. We get on here to be able to talk to like-minded people that encourage us, and um, get our minds off of things that you may be going through. Um, it's been tough. I can't say it hasn't been, but you're sorry, guys. I'm on a rant. I get on a rant so much. I love you, honey. Thank you for being there for me. It was like 3-day thing. You can make your own knives. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's awesome. Trying to catch up on these comments. That's why I appreciate this community. I have no friends around here. No one to fish, camp, or well, I just lost my microphone. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Let's go out and grab a bite to eat with. Yeah, that's rough, man. Been there, done that. I was out in California for almost 5 years and ended up being out there alone. It was crappy. It was really crappy. Wives are special. Oh wait, is that the chip talking? Yes, it's the chip talking for sure. Can you guys still hear me? If you can't hear me as good, I'll put my other earbud back in. I probably should do that, but yeah, I appreciate it too. Thank you for listening, guys. Sorry to go on such a rant, but yeah, that's what I like about this community, and especially lives. I mean, you really get to know people better and feel, what people are going through. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Keep going, brother. Let it. Yep. Sometimes you need to just vent. It's good. Not as loud. Let me see if I can put the other one back in and see if it'll fix it. I don't know if it'll work or not. Hopefully it's not dead. Yeah, we definitely need to do it more. Can you hear me? I don't know if that fixed it or not. Let me see here. Yeah, I like being out here. Yeah, it says it's working. Being out here just is peaceful. Yep, honey, we definitely do. 5 deep. It's 3 hour mark though. I'm gonna call it, guys. I need to get some rest and need to let you all get some rest. Good night, honey. Thank you for hanging out with me and supporting me and all my endeavors and being there for me and being an amazing wife. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you, every one of you guys. Yes, sir, Dan. It is. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate that, Daniel. I really do. Thank you guys. Blessings to all you guys as well. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Make my night worthwhile. It was really, really an awesome night. I couldn't ask for more. So until next week, God bless each one of you guys. I hope you have a good week at work. Hope you tell everybody you love that you love them every single chance you get. You know, life is too short. Enjoy it. I've had a blast on here with every one of you guys. I appreciate you. And I'll see you guys on your next lives, hopefully. And good night. See you guys later. Bye. Good night, Matt.